In my last video, I talked about how to get rid of low self-esteem. And I said the major breakthrough for this thing called low self-esteem is building the right self-image. Then I took you on the journey of how to build the right self-image. I said there were about 10 steps. For the purpose of the video not being so long, I only listed 5 last week. And I promised to come back this week with the remaining 5, alright? Just in case you're seeing this video for the first time, I advise you go listen to the first one because there is a lot of information there that you do not want to miss out. But just to give you a brief summary of what I talked about last week. The first one, I said guard your self-talk. You should ensure that the conversations you have within yourself is always positive. The second thing I talked about, you should stop comparing yourself to others because it's just a needless distraction. The third thing I talked about was move beyond your limiting beliefs, because most of the limitations that we experience is usually the one that we have placed upon ourselves by ourselves. So I outlined ways you can move beyond your limiting beliefs in my previous video. Then the fourth one I talked about, you should add value to people, because when you add value to people and when they appreciate you, it makes you feel like you're doing something useful with your life. It makes you feel accomplished, and that can help eradicate low self-esteem. And the fifth one was you should do the right thing even when it is hard. Yes, it gives you a strong sense of satisfaction. So you see why you need to go watch that first video before coming to this one. Anyways, let's head right into the sixth one. And the sixth one that I have on my list is learn a skill for at least 1 year. Why I said 1 year? Because in this our modern day era, most people are willing to learn so many skills at the same time, thereby becoming a master of none. Why do you think we go to school to learn a certain course for 4 years plus? So, but when you sit down and actually take your time to learn a course, learn the difficult way of actualizing that skill, learn the easy way of actualizing that skill, like learn all the intricacies of that skill, learn it so well that even when they wake you up to explain something, you know it at the tip of your finger, that no opportunity would actually be above you because you've learned everything that had to do with that course. That is why I say take out your time and learn it. Practice the practicals. Do it over and over again. Because the more you repeat an activity, the more the structure of your brain changes to be more efficient at that activity. That is why I said take out time to learn it for at least a year. If possible, build a personal brand around that skill or within that skill. Be so perfect at it that no opportunity will ever be above you. If you actually do this, that will help increase your level of self-confidence, thereby eradicating low self-esteem. All right. And the seventh one is practice the opposite action. When negative feeling arises, deliberately do the opposite of that feeling. For instance, you attended an event and you want to engage with some people, but then you feel you're unworthy, you feel you're not good enough. I want you to do the opposite action of that feeling. Go and talk to those people. What's the worst that would happen? Would they beat you? Absolutely not. They will probably not be or even talk to you. So it's a two-way thing. So always do the opposite action of that negative feeling. Whenever that feeling arises, remember what I said, opposite action. So discipline yourself to do what? To do the opposite action. Remember, all I can do is motivate you, but motivation is what keeps you going. But discipline is what keeps you growing. So you understand? Do the opposite action. Those I did not tell you now. Then the eighth one on my list is practice the act as if approach. Okay, act as if approach is simply you acting like you already possess the qualities that you desire. All right, if you want to be confident, act like the confident person you want to be. What would the confident version of you look like? What would they speak like? How would they talk, or how would they walk? What would they wear? Have you ever visualized what the confident version of yourself is? If you've actually visualized it, what I want you to do now is start living it. I mean, nobody cares what's going on the inside. What we care about is what we see on the outside. And the truth about it is that the more you do an activity, over time, your actions can help reshape your beliefs and then reinforce the self-image that you're aiming for. That is why I said become the confident version of yourself. Like, imitate it, okay? Fake it till you make it. Please, nobody will know. You understand me? Good. The ninth one on my list is celebrate your victories. Celebrate your small victories. For every time you choose discipline over indulgence, celebrate yourself. Feel good about yourself. It's not easy. How many people are being disciplined in this era? Please feel good about yourself and celebrate. I don't want to like go deep into this. I'm sure you've heard this over time in this space or in this platform. All right. So the last one I have on my list on overcoming low self-esteem is take responsibility of your life, because nobody's coming to save you. And I saw a post by Jumoke, and that post really blessed me. She said that no one is coming to save you. You should take charge of your life. That life is a non-transferable skill. All right. That nobody actually thinks about you the way you think about yourself except God. So stop waiting for external rescuers or your environment to change you. That's your decision that determines your direction, and it's your direction that determines your destination, which is your destiny. Okay, that life is like a story, so make your own life the best seller. When I saw this thing on the post, I'm like, what is true? Life is actually a story. So how do I make my life the best seller? I had to start thinking of it. So think of it. If your life is a story, how do you make it the best seller? Be allowing low self-esteem deal with you or curtail you or limit you from actually becoming the bestseller or making your life the bestseller would not help you go anyway. And like I always say in my videos, that if nothing changes, nothing will change. You need to live like you own it. You need to be in charge of your own life. All right, because I've realized that we tend to get what we tolerate. If you tolerate abuse, you will get abused. If you tolerate disrespect, you will get disrespect. If you do not have any plan or purpose, you will fall into someone else's plan and purpose. I'm sure you don't want that for yourself. So we should take charge of our life. So if you're able to follow these 10 practical steps I have given you from the previous 5 and this 5 now, I am sure that you would overcome low self-esteem. So I'll be talking about how to grow in consistency in my next video. If you notice in this channel, I have really few subscribers, but that has not discouraged me. I still post once every week like I initially planned to do. All right, so if you're wondering what has been keeping me consistent irrespective of my really few subscribers, then you might want to subscribe, because I'll be sharing all the secrets. I'll be spilling all the secrets on this channel next week, Saturday, same time, same day. And I really hope you get to like, subscribe, and share and make me happy.